let us know, start the cheering. Let's have fun and start connecting. Your worries soon you'll be forgetting, 'cause you are here with us now. We are all friends. Sit back and relax, we can begin. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared, as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Online streaming is a journey. With every step we're always learning. So come with us, let's support each other. We can do everything all together. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared, as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive. Your adventure is starting. Nothing compares to streaming. This is the place to be, right here with you and me. Let's meet somebody new. Come and be inspired. The only thing required is to learn and have fun too. Experiment with us, in you we can trust. To live that streaming life, there's no need to be scared, as long as you're prepared. Start the stream and feel alive.
Well, hello again. It's Thursday, and Thursday is stream day. So I am back from holiday, and we're gonna continue with the live streaming peer group project, and that means I am not alone here. I have a bunch of people here. Hello, Einer, Anna, Lala, and Andy. And we also have people in the chat. We have Sammy, our superstar. We have Ellie, who is without camera today, so she is watching today. And then we have David. Hello. And Ellie says, I look relaxed. Yes, I better do, because I had a short holiday, and so we can be all relaxed. And yeah, so how are you here in the meeting?
We missed you last week.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We missed you.
Oh yeah, it was a roller coaster ride.
Okay. Yeah,
Lala did a wonderful job of rolling with the flow.
Yeah.
Went with the flow. She did. There's a word, resilience. She was resilient, but we missed you.
Okay. Oh, I'm back. Okay. One holiday is acceptable, I hope. Yeah, and I organized Lala, who was who was very kind in doing the meeting. Then there were some technical difficulties. That's the reason why
Yeah.
it's not up on YouTube, but it took place, and that's the important part.
Yes.
And
And it was really so fun, Marcus. Everybody in the chat really
was trying
wanted
to
to
help.
help.
Okay. Yeah, it can be hard to live troubleshooting. So
Yes.
just as Andy said,
So
go
your
with
whole
it.
show last time was troubleshooting.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a very important part of live streaming. Always deal with some unexpected things. But yeah, so we're back. I'm so happy that you are all still here in this, and I put in the title today Quo Vadis. So it's the 6th meeting already, and I would like to
Wow.
hear from all of you. How is it? Was it beneficial for you? Are we going in the right direction? What do we do from here on ongoing? And so, yeah, the discussion is open.
All right. So I think I'll go ahead. So I started I had 1, 2, 3. This is my third time that I've uploaded an edited video, and I uploaded it about 12:45, okay, a few hours ago. And I I tried to edit, okay, using iMovie again because it's the easiest for me. The thing is, I thought I had it already. After editing, you have to, what do you call that? Transport, export, transport,
Export,
export.
yeah.
Yes, it will ride the bus. Sorry, no, export. Okay, and so I thought that was done. It was done, so I closed it. And then when I was going to upload it on YouTube, I couldn't find it. And so I panicked. So in the end, I just went for a template. There's a template in iMovie for you to make a movie. And then I added everything. But what I didn't know, it had like even the sound was already there. I didn't want to have a strike or a claim. Okay, so I changed the music altogether, and then it was okay on preview. But then when the actual preview it went live, I added a premiere. Sorry, a premiere. The quality was so bad. I don't know if you've seen it. Okay, it was just 58 seconds long. It came from my crafty stream last Wednesday. No, 2 Wednesdays ago, where we did Happy Jig. We are Memory Keeper Happy Jig. That show was about 2 hours and something. And so I created a short from it using iMovie, but the quality was so bad. I didn't know that if you did that, it made it into, I think, 540p, not even 720p. So I think I have to revisit that again in terms of the quality, but it's up there already. And if not for our group, I don't think I would even actually still create
Great.
edited videos up to now, because even with you guys, I'm still struggling with it on my third week. So again, I've not asked anybody for help. It's just me. So I think it's high time to hire somebody to
Okay.
teach
I
me
see.
how to do it.
Okay.
All right, so that's my update, guys.
So
But the videos are actually doing pretty good. I mean, for the kind of edit I have done, very very simple ones. It's
great.
surprisingly okay.
Okay, so Victor is asking iMovie trailer. I tried using that before. Did you adjust the quality to 1080p? So you can look into that.
That's the thing, Victor. It won't let me do 1080p.
Okay,
So I tried it again. The highest it would do was 720p.
okay.
Why?
So we have to look
I
into
also
that.
don't know.
Okay,
Victor, another
let's find
session.
out. Yeah. But the
Alright.
important part is you said you're doing it. The group helps you to do it, and it's
Oh,
doing
yes.
well. So that are two very good things right there. So the group is helpful for you, and
Yes.
yeah. So I was just thinking we have some different directions we could go with the group. We can just keep it very loose and then ask everyone how are they doing, what are the challenges, and discuss that. Or we could also do some topics we would like to discuss and go for that, or say okay, we like we did once with Lala, try to make a session where we help someone with a specific topic, and yeah, your input is welcome on that. So whoever
Okay,
has.
well,
Mhm.
yeah, like don't go all at the same time. Just hold on. I just, I think that if moving forward, because I do agree with Lala that we, the accountability, well, it's helping me, even though I haven't made any videos as I said I was going to, but it's in the back of my mind and it's helping me. Like I said, okay, how do I want to start doing this? And I actually started, I had so many videos in my computer that they were taking space. So I started, before I'm making more videos, let me clean out what I have and see what I can use. And so I am doing a house cleaning, if you would, on my computer. So that's my process where it is. But it's like Lala said, this group is helpful because I'm learning from all of you all and what y'all going through in your streamings. But I think it will be helpful also to pick a topic every week and let's develop into that topic, as far as like, okay, one time let's talk about, you know, your streaming. Are you creating a mailing list for this, or what else are you doing through this, or what's your content about? How do you plan it? I mean, like, just pick one topic and all of us, you know, contribute to that topic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's listen what the others have to say.
I can go with the flow.
Okay.
I can talk at will, or I could be kept in the corner. I'm good at all of the above. You tell me what I need to do, and I will deliver.
Totally relaxed
here.
approach. I like
I
it.
am here in your service.
Okay.
Adam, I think you are the flow. You don't go with the flow. You are the flow. And I'm not
You
sure
are
what
correct.
that means. I was so bound and determined to watch your presentation, your show, your questions last night, and it didn't work out. Just so doesn't matter, but the intention is there.
There'll be another one. I'm
Um,
working on it now for tonight.
aren't you doing like 100 videos in a day?
Yep, that's a day, an hour.
100 an hour. Okay.
Yeah, it's very, yeah, it's exhausting, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll circle back to that. So yeah, and Ellie also says she likes the idea of topics. So I have a channel in the Discord called Topics, so you can enter some in there, and so we will try to come up with some topics. And in the meantime, maybe we circle first back to Anna and then to Adam. Anna, so you said you are preparing to make room for videos, and how long will that take you?
Oh gosh.
So mean of me.
Right. That's a good question right there. Well, like I said, I created folders. I finished creating folders yesterday and setting most of the videos in there, categorizing.
Okay.
So I think I'm pretty much ready. And actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 videos I have to make on tutorials. So I'm hoping, I'm just gonna say by next week, at least one.
Okay.
I'll have done. Yeah.
Okay, so David says get an external drive and copy all your videos to it. It's better to not have your media on the same hard drive your software is running on. And of course, you have more place then.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And Victor says only videos you should have on the computer are ones you need to currently for editing. The rest should be moved to external drives. Yeah, especially because videos are so big. And then did I hear that right? You are already planning to record the first video.
I'm sorry?
And you are already planning to record the video then?
Yes, I have 4 actually, and this is what helps me when I have requests to do that. And so I'm like, okay, because I need to help this person and I have to deliver. So that's helpful for me rather than if I just have my list of topics and then say, well, I'm going to make a video about this. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But if I know that somebody's waiting for it, then that helps me,
So, and the first one is coming at...
Yes, by Monday.
By Monday. Great. So, note that down. Okay. Yeah. And Ellie
may I interject?
Yeah?
Yes, I'd like to commend Anna. She produced a video, a promo introduction for the show that she and I do together other Thursday. It's really good and it's fun and it's uplifting and just so much pats on your back for producing something so professional and engaging, Anna. Really.
Thank you. Thank
Sí,
you.
sí, creo que sí, tu video hoy fue muy impresionante con Andy, sí, y era un honor por mí a ver tu video.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, el conversación era muy, muy interesante y muy profundo también. Sí,
muchas
gracias. Sí.
Repitan, por favor. In English.
Yeah, I understood some of it.
Con práctica. Sí. Sí. Gracias.
Okay.
Sí, thank you. So what I was saying was I was just so impressed by your conversation today. It's really hard to talk about things, especially current events. I mean, bad things have happened since the dawn of time. We just don't know how to get along. And we've been beating on each other forever and doing random acts of crazy forever. It's nothing new. I mean, I can remember, I was rudely awakened to this world, when the Israeli wrestling team was blown up in the Munich Olympics in '72. And I started to realize how much I enjoyed things like the Olympics and sports and other things. And that really woke me up to the reality that the world wasn't as a kind of place. And so that's 50 years ago, right? And so it's not like this is new. Unfortunately, we just continue. We have a lot to learn. And I truly believe that conversations like you guys had today are the step in the right direction, especially considering that you're different sides of the same coin, right? And so I really appreciate that. And so for me, I learned to speak Spanish in my 50s. And the reason why was because I live a half an hour from Tijuana and my wife's from Mexico City and and her family. And it's it was hard for me to learn the language, this late in life, but that's not an excuse. I'm not too old to learn, but it was my way of leaning in and I've been studying for 4 or 5 years and I can speak well enough that I can hold my own when I go into Tijuana or I go into Ensenada, Rosarito, or go to Mexico City, and I travel on my own now. And it's that's the small thing you could do is meet someone you don't understand and try to listen to them, right? And that's what you guys do. And because there's so much, Anna, that you don't understand about my faith, and trust me, there's so much I don't understand about your faith. But seeing two people like yourselves listen to each other is so inspiring. I think that's the model we need to follow. So just more of this. I think more of what we're doing here. People from like all different walks of life. We don't know each other, yet we care about each other because we have a common goal, which is just being kind and helpful. And I think, I do have faith in the world. Unfortunately, we live in this world where technology amplifies and also arrives so quickly that before we even have time to digest the weight and seriousness and grief of what has happened, something else shows up, right? And it's been like this for a long time. And this is one of the real challenges of technology, and why it's really good to shut off every once in a while, because, and unfortunately, it means you're going to miss a lot of stuff. But I just don't believe as beings we have the ability to process that quickly. But the way you process is what you guys do on your show. So thank you, and you should be really proud of what you're doing. And I for one notice and appreciate it. So
okay, so thank you, Adam. And Ellie said she missed the Anna and Andy show. She has to watch it in a replay. And since we're talking about it, Lala, I don't know, do you have a link to that to maybe post in the comments? You're muted, but that doesn't matter. And I know I always throw things at you, but it's fantastic how you handle that. And then we will have a link to go watch that. Lala is the best
moderator,
moderator, friend, supporter, anything you can imagine.
Yeah, everybody needs a mommy Lala in their lives.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
And Andy, thank you very much for pointing out that Anna already did a video. You really should celebrate those things, Anna, and not just focus on what is not yet done, but also on you achieved that. That's great. And so we're looking forward to Monday, where you will show us the next one. And then, Adam, you were just crushing it. You said you're going to do 100 videos this year. If you keep up the pace, I think it won't take the whole year, but maybe you will need a break somewhere in the future. But
no, I'll probably make it the next 3 months. I think I'll be done, or maybe 2 months. I'm making 5 to 6 videos a week. I'm on video 18. I figured out a way to get them done every day. I have a very streamlined process, and because I draw my own graphics, it makes it really easy for me to kind of produce it all. I have it all set up, and don't expect there to be a lot of change in my format. When I take a break, then I'll start to break it up. But I'm moderating my format iteratively and slowly. So I introduce new things very slowly, because you got to remember, you got to produce another show, you got to produce another show. Then also I'm targeting at my shows being 10 minutes long, 8 to 10 minutes, but sometimes they go to 20, 25 minutes, depending on the topic. But it's about 8 to 10 slides, or they're not slides, but like blocks of words, and then I talk around those words, and they're mostly about podcasting for now. And then I talked about my content calendar. Each day I have a different topic I talk about, which makes it also a lot easier, because I have, the next 6 weeks of ideas. Not that I go in order necessarily. I do have the topic type, but I might pick, I'm going to talk about something else this week, but I keep the day the same. So every Monday I'll be talking about mindset. Every Tuesday it'll be tech. Today I'm talking about production, and I'm going to be talking about recording different podcast recording software that's available. And then tomorrow I'll be talking about promotion, and that'll pretty much do the same, because it makes it so much easier to think around, okay, what's the next thing I have to do? But it's been a really great experience. I've been getting good views, and people have been giving me really positive comments, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit of attention, and because people are noticing, wow, he's really doing it. And I think each week it just gets louder and louder. When you start to do something like this, you inspire other people, because look, if I can do this, anybody can. Like, I have a full-time job. I work for a big corporation. I have other projects going on. We are moving along. You know, I'm responsible for other people. I have a family. I have a life. That's why I don't believe in doing everyday challenges. I believe in doing like every weekday challenges, like a job. But you really need to keep at least one day sacred. You know, that's like, you know, the day for, you know, the divine. You need to keep one day sacred. And I think you're better off doing that than doing just the straight through challenge, because you have a day of reset and reflection, and that will make that next week so much better. I've also completed in my lifetime 4 marathons, running marathons. And the very back, I was, you know, took me more than 6 hours, you know, each one. And that's very slow. You know, 6 hours of running is a long time. Don't ask me to run anywhere quickly, because that's not going to happen. But the point is you can't just run straight through. You run a little bit, and then you walk a little bit, and then you run a little bit, and then you walk a little bit, and then you keep on doing that long enough, you're going to string together a marathon. You know, and that's what I'm doing here. Like, I'm doing these little videos, but also observing the break and honoring it. So then when I come back to the next sprint, I'm at least refreshed. Whereas I've seen people just go straight through, just plow through every day. And then some days are just dialed in, right? They're just like, you really need a break. You know, you need a shower, right? So I don't know if that makes sense or resonates with any of you.
It makes. So I feel like I could totally walk a marathon. I just leave out the running part of it.
Yeah. Oh, you're still working on? I used to say I'm still working on my first one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm just piecing it together.
Yeah. But one reason to make really a lot of videos quickly is to learn fast and adapt fast. So could you talk about what you learned so far by doing so many videos a week?
Yeah, so yes, you do learn fast, and I talk about that in one of my videos, that it, you know, rapid progress, and you see also you have evidence of your progress. You know, like rapidly, you have a lot of stuff to show. I always think about what I have on YouTube. I'm like, God, I don't have that many videos. Now I look at my wall and I'm like, oh my God, it's a whole wall of videos now. I have like 38 videos, plus that's including my old videos. So, you know, all of a sudden I have this wall of videos, and each time I learn a little something more. Really, a lot of it comes from failure. Like, you fail or something goes wrong, so you figure out another thing. Like, so for example, the kind of funny thing is this little logo thing. Like, it started down here, and then it got blocked by something, I think the time code. So then I moved it over here, and then it got blocked by the play bar. So now I'm moving it up there, and it was a square. Like, you know, like little by little, I'm moving stuff around to see where it's going to fit. You know, I'm having challenges like the time of day. If I would have done this again, I probably would have painted my wall gray instead of blue, because if you put a gray wall, you can use lights to make it any color you want to. Whereas this, I'm always going to be in the ocean until I have the will to repaint, which isn't going to happen for a while. But it's those kinds of things, because throughout the day it's either green or it's teal or it's dark blue. That's pretty and all. I don't mind the color, but like, there's things that I'm learning about lighting and the sound. Also, I use a lot of different microphones, because it's part of what I do is like review stuff. So sound is always different. But when it comes down to producing the show, I've learned how to think of topics that can fit into 8 minutes. Like how can you make the sandwich the right size for your hunger, rather than, you know, the 2-foot-long sub and you can't eat half of it. You know, like, I don't want to bite into something that's too big, because there's a saying, your videos are never too long, they're just too boring, right? So you don't want them to be too boring, right? So and so it's really learning how to come up with an idea, you know, maybe 4 or 5 things, maybe 2 or 3 things in each thing. That's about 12 ideas, 12 bullet points that can be represented in single words, and that's about as much as I'm going to go. on any one of my videos. And if I want to go deeper, I can then break it down and go deeper. When it comes down to the technology, that's just asking questions and looking at what people are doing and trial and error. Like, I can't really give you very much advice there outside of just like, do it. Like, the more you do it, like, so for example, by doing so many, you just become an expert in doing it, you know, because, you know, like, here's a great example. I bet all of you can cook a really awesome omelet, right? Even if you say you're not a cook, I bet you can all cook a great omelet. You want to know why? Because you've been cooking omelets for how many years, decades? Like, oh my gosh, you forget, you know, you do that all the time. And it becomes like second nature, right? Or I bet you all know how to tie your shoes really well, right? You know, like, it might not be easy to get to your shoes. I know that's my problem, but you know, it's definitely like, well, once I got my hands on those laces, no problem. I even tie my kids' shoes, no problem, right? Because how many times have you done it? So it's that kind of thing. Like, you start doing videos at this scale and this pace, it's not a struggle or a stress, because I leave it all set up and ready to go for tomorrow, you know, like, I'm ready to go. Like, and so it's nice to be in ready to go mode. That way, when you want to like branch out or try a new idea or kind of do something different, you're already ready to go, you know, and you don't have to worry about like, oh yeah, what do I plug this thing into again? How do I set it up? Right. I don't know. I used to have notes and notes and notes just for the setup. Right. But when you do it like this, it becomes second nature. So that's what I have to share. And I really appreciate all of your support and your cheers. Those mean so much to me. And I really, really do appreciate it. I know that you're watching, and even if you're just giving me a like, it means a lot. So I thank you. I really do appreciate it. And that's it.
Great. And so Victor said he can boil water. That's about all. But yeah, that's a very good first step. And if you can boil water, you also
you can boil an egg.
Yeah, or a tea.
I love hard-boiled eggs. They're delicious. The soft-boiled eggs, any kind of boiled egg is good.
And then Victor says 2-minute topics still end up being an hour video for me. I have to chop them up more and more. Yeah. So
focus, I'm just going to keep going. Focus. you know, I'm now at 18. So by the time we get to next week, I'll be around 24, 25 videos, you know, next week we talk. So that'll be really, you know, quarter century, you know, it'll be really interesting. We'll see where we are.
Okay. I have a question, Adam, if I may.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure what it is. I mean, you have your content, you have your flow. Just listening to you and you being the coach that you are, your delivery seems to be almost as important as your content is. It's like McLuhan said, the medium is the message. You are the medium. And is your intention to emote this coach persona, which is you, which is inspiring and motivating and captivating and all those types of words. I'm not even sure what I'm asking, but do you consciously think about who you are as you're delivering the videos?
It's a good question. So what you don't know about me is that I am a performance coach. I am a director of presentations for a company that produces probably more presentations than any in the world. And we do over 2,000 presentations around the world. And I'm the senior director of the team. I also was responsible for putting PowerPoint on the map. I was one of the first corporate groups to use PowerPoint at scale. This is kind of funny, but this is a picture of me 25 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, with hair. I was on the cover of Published Magazine, Technology Solutions. We were the first team to ever bring PowerPoint to scale for corporations, you know, and it was really big. And so Microsoft loved us. So I've been doing this for forever and helping people present, and that's what I do. And so I do that professionally. What I do with podcasting is something completely different because I don't want there to be a conflict of interest. So I have skill and training in delivering in this way. I don't really think about it so much because I've had so much practice. I mean, years and years, decades of doing this. So, and then some of it's just natural ability, you know, like, and I'm not speaking about me, but for everyone has a natural ability to just get up and speak. And, you know, some people are just naturals, right? And that's the way it is. And, you know, my mother, rest her soul, wanted me to be a cantor, but I did not. So instead, I went and worked in PowerPoint, right? So, you know, you know, you know, is that or go tell jokes in the Borscht Belt, right? You know, so and that's the gift, you know, that you have as a communicator. You're born with this skill, so use it for good. And you know, I do think you should think about how you are radiating through the camera. It's a stage, really, and your message is important as well, but your message needs to map how you deliver the message. And you know, there's things like dynamics, like you can talk really quiet and get people's attention. You don't have to yell at them all the time. And everybody's like, whoa, what is he saying? Or you use your body, you know, and or you use distance from you to the camera. You can use words. There's like things you can do to keep the pacing interesting rather than just you just going through the sentences. I still do that too. I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like some days, another thing as I get older, how much fuel is in the tank? You know, like I picked a bad time, say go at 6 p.m. By 6 p.m., if I didn't eat well that day, I'm pretty cranky by 6 p.m. I want a nap. I don't want to be making a video, but I do it anyway, right? So, you know, I never thought about that when I was younger and doing this kind of stuff. I thought everybody just had endless energy, but that's also a thing. Like, how do you carefully burn your energy through the day? But also, like when you're on the stage, how do you burn your energy, you know, bright and then dim? Because the greatest music has dynamics. It gets loud and then it gets soft, and it gets slow and then it gets fast, and it gets rapid, it goes deep, it's shallow, it's funny, you know, like it's that when you get that whole delivery in the message, then it's really great. You have to be all those things. You have to be really versatile, because you never know who's listening on the other side and what they might be interested in. I'll tell you something, just one last story based on what you asked. I spent some time helping, and it was part of an onboarding group that I used to work in. Every year, people would get hired, and we'd do 2 weeks with them to train them on how to be a consultant in the company I was working for. And I was, of course, teaching people how to do presenting and all of this kind of stuff. What was so funny was that the jokes that worked in the US were completely opposite the jokes that worked in Europe. And in Europe, and I was like, I could never get that. And I was at a bar and I was like so frustrated. And this guy came to me, and he was from either Germany or he was from Austria, and he was in our company. He's like, I really admire what you do. And he goes, I want to tell you something though. It's like, you're not that funny, but you think you're funny, right? And I'm like, well, it's like, yes. And I said, yeah. And I told him the same thing. I'm like, it's so funny because this is funny where I live. What I say, that was a really funny joke, but you guys laugh at the other stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like, here we are in the United States, they laugh with you, but in Europe, we laugh at you. But we still love you. You know, we want to pick on you, like, and then I was like, that's wonderful. Like, so it's almost like telling somebody, like laughing at somebody's fault is a sign of endearment, and that's a stereotype. I'm not trying to say that, but that's what he said to me, and I took that to heart, and you know, and it also gave me the lesson that, like, you can't please everybody. Some people will like A and other people like B, so serve A and B. And, you know, you can't make everybody happy all the time, but you can play enough of your greatest hits that you'll at least, everybody likes a favorite song, right? So you're going to get it somewhere, right? And some are going to obviously be more popular than others, but you just kind of got to spread it out. But anyways, that's the master lesson for today, summarized in 5 minutes or 10.
Very
I don't want
good.
to take too much more time.
It's really fascinating, the whole notion of delivery on our social media. You know,
You have an opportunity every day you wake up to deliver. I mean, deliver at the grocery store, deliver with your doctor, deliver with your family. Just you can practice everywhere you are as long as it's
That's true.
sincere. It can't be fake. It has to be real. Just be real. That's all we want from anyone. And you guys are so real, right? It's awesome. I
Very
enjoy it
good.
every day.
So then I would like to say warm welcome to Tina. She is following up the example Lala is setting and getting up at 4 in the morning. Crazy. Thank you so much for joining us, Tina, and feel free to also join in the meeting someday if you like. And then I would like to talk a bit with Einar. So Einar, do you also have some goals we can help you get focused or something in that way?
I still have the same goals as we talked about last time, because I don't finish the preparation for the next video I want to make, and the next video I want to make will be live, so it is still being prepared. But it has been a very busy week. We have been getting 2 people visiting us here from Brazil, so it is very exciting. Staying here for 3 months. So if there is a little ruido here, Anna, then it is because of that. So nothing much has happened, but I have learned a very important, I don't know if you can call it lesson this week, but it is very important what we are doing here, making podcasts, making our live videos and all this. Because I listened to a radio program this week, and the host of this show is very Saturday in the national Danish radio, and he make a comment because the Prime Minister here in Denmark has made and launched her own podcast, and his answer to this is that all people in this world who are not educated journalists should not make anything that is on a radio or podcast or live stream or something because they don't know what they are doing. So I think we should prove otherwise, that this is worth doing and we can do something also. And journalist is only a title, and in Denmark it is not protected. Everybody can call himself a journalist here.
Yeah, that's the same in Switzerland. So you
Yes,
and me,
and
we are journalists now because we
we are
decide to
journalists
be
now.
the yeah.
Because some of his listeners did not agree, and I think it is totally insane saying something like this because he don't like the Prime Minister. And her podcast, he say everybody who cannot make this professionally should stay out of all this because they don't know what they're doing and how to do it.
Yeah, but that's the good
And-
thing with platforms like YouTube. No one decides if you get published or not. So just do
No,
it. Yeah.
so I was thinking he needs to rethink his job if you think this is going on forever, because he will get competition and very good competition from many people here. So I think it is very important what we are doing.
Absolutely.
And after the last week when we were finished with our show here with all the problems we had, I had one idea I think you should do, Marcus, is to teach everybody and us who are here how you're doing this, because then we don't have any problems when we are making these shows. We can
Okay.
help each other out, and we can show Marcus can show us how we do this.
Okay, I could do that because it's I keep it simple, and Lala also knows how to do this, but sometimes
Yes, but
things go wrong. Yeah.
I tried to read a little about it when we finished last time, and everything is fine, and I can also find out of everything until we come to the audio. The audio is the problem of this.
Yeah.
It's not a problem to make the video and make all this work,
Yeah.
but the sound and audio is a problem very fast.
Yeah.
I think it is a good idea starting telling people and ourselves here how we are doing this and how we make this work.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah, I agree with that too. I'm sorry, Marcus,
yeah,
didn't mean to interrupt you.
yeah, please do.
But I do think he has a good point there, making the live tutorials, like, because I tried to help her and it was just a minor thing, right? Like a click here, click
Usually
there.
is.
And
Yes.
right. So, learning from each other's mistakes and but I think, yeah, I'm always asking, like, how did Marcus do that intro video? And how did Marcus brings the zoom in? And how, so you have a lot of
Okay.
material so that you can teach us.
Okay, so that's good for me because I'm thinking about doing some videos and why not? Yeah, I absolutely could do that. But then, Einar, did I understand you right? Your goal is your next goal is also to produce the next video or the next live. Or...
It is a live I will do the next time. If not anything is showing up, I will sometimes I just make a video for some reason when something happens here. But I'm working on a live continuing what I make. I make this live about computers in my time of living and what I have experienced. And the next live I'm making will be a short running through all the different editions of the software of Windows and Mac programs. And I find out only doing this with the DOS and Windows system, there is so many that I showed it very, very fast down on Mac. So it is only a screen telling what has happened since I started with using Mac just 10 years ago. But this is, I'm not finished, totally finished yet. And some of the pictures I have found for the video is the quality is not good enough, but I don't think I can find something in a better quality. But I will try, or I will make the live one day very soon.
I think as long as the sound is in good quality, the video can absolutely be okay.
So, but
so
it
we're
is
looking forward to
slides,
that.
Yes, there are some of the slides. If you take a screenshot of something very old and blow it up on a screen now, it's not so good. But I can see what it is, and the viewers will be able to this also. But it is a little fun to go back in time, in your own time, and see where did this start. And for me, it started in '81, using some kind of Windows system, but it was DOS-based, more or less.
Okay.
So it's a little funny.
So we will look forward to that. Do you have an idea when that will come up?
I hope I can make it in the beginning of the next week, but or Tuesday. It's my plan right now. If everything is working out, I won't.
So you can tell us about it next week. Yeah.
I hope next week when we are sitting here, I have done it. It was the meaning, as I said the last time. I hope I could do it Monday, but it didn't happen Monday. I'm sorry.
No, that's life happens. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but it will be there. I'm still working on it. It is on the way.
Okay, great. And then Tina is saying, Andy, I like that painting / photo at the back.
Yes, I would like to say that I painted it.
Okay.
But I purchased it nonetheless.
Yeah.
I grew these flowers, though. I see these flowers. I grew those, but that's not the point.
Okay. And Andy, any goals we can help you with?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to get the courage, and it really is a courage to ask my friend Anna if she would like to do our little show once a week rather than two times a month. But I'm not finding the courage to do that because she is such a busy person. She's got so many different shows and so many people wanting her very soul. So I need an extra piece of courage, my friends.
Okay. So we have the fortunate coincidence that Anna is in this call.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Marcus.
Well,
Serendipity.
that puts me in a predicament here because everybody's watching me, so I have to say yes, Andy.
Oh, you don't have to.
And
Don't have
and an idea for Anna, you can make the next show with Andy in Spanish. It would be very exciting, I guess.
Oh yeah. For
Excellent.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Andy, well, I thank you for your courage and let's talk about it
Yeah, well,
So-
let's.
later.
Yeah, so Andy, you made things happen. That is great.
Yeah, that's
Au
right.
Au contraire. I've been watching, I don't know if any of you have watched the HBO special on George Carlin. George Carlin is a favorite comedian of mine who is no longer around, but he did a lot of social comedy on social issues of the day. And I'm continuing to do my little stand-up comedy routines and trying to incorporate some of the stories that I've talked about in Lita. And I'm finding that I need to expand. I am expanding the stories to be more little relevant to what's going on today. So it's not really a goal, Marcus, that I'm working on, but I just need to keep on keeping on, as somebody once said.
Great.
Is that big enough for you?
Yeah, very good. And Tina also had an suggestion for you in the chat. So if Anna would be too busy, you can also go solo sometime.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay,
I'd
one,
like
one
to
step
remind
at a
you-
time. Yeah.
That George Carlin was also the conductor for Thomas the Tank Steam Engine, along with Ringo Starr. Yeah, so
Yes.
they both played that hollowed character. But George Carlin and Thomas the Tank, amazing connection.
See, you're an erudite guy. Erudite's not the right word, but
And
you're
a product of pop culture,
there. You
but
go.
not the popped culture, like a popped corn.
Okay, and
So Marcus, can we ask you now, what about your goals?
okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll get to that. Firstly, I would really like to address what Lala. She's not only here, and she's also in the chat. And she said, yeah, it absolutely took her a while to overcome the frustration of last week's audio issue. And yeah, I think, and then Lala, you also said I was really nice about it, but yeah, I think it's really important to accept those things and let them go because they happened and can't be helped and go on for the future with that. And the only reason you can have issues is if you are doing things and not just sitting at home and waiting for things to happen. So.
But I want to say something. I
Yeah.
think it's important. I think Lala make a very fantastic job, and it was a great show, and it was very fun to be there.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I have a
So I
comment for
think-
Lala. Yeah,
I
I'll
think
finish.
many of
Guys.
us learned something.
I came in a minute late, and I know Lala, you were talking first. You were talking about your challenge with creating pre-recorded video, right? Is that correct?
Oh,
That's your goal. Yeah. My question is, why do you need to create pre-recorded video? Like, if live video is your thing, why not just make live video? Like so for me now, when I create a pre-recorded video, it's just going to be a live video where I forget to press live. I'm still going to do it the same way because
Correct.
it's so quick to do it this way, right? I'll set up all my graphics, my audio, I'll have it in Ecamm, and boom, and there's my video. I just won't publish it until later. Like, I'm wondering why. Like, what's the
Great
attraction?
question, Adam, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for asking that. Okay, it's a goal that I have put upon myself because editing is something that I've one of the reasons I actually did start live streaming is because I didn't know how to, or I fear creating edited videos. My YouTube channel has been a YouTube channel for 9 years before I actually started putting content in it. Right, so that's basically how I am, because before it there was no live streaming, it's all edited videos, right, when YouTube started. And so for about 9 years I didn't put anything, and now I actually even got monetized simply by live streaming. So I reached all those metrics, the 4,000 watch hours, the 1,000 subscribers, simply by doing live streaming. But it has come to a point where I know that doing edited videos, because I have friends like Tina One Kenobi in the chat right now. She's a dear crafty sister of mine and friend. Her edited videos are really doing great on top of her live stream. So she has actually also inspired me on top of many of you who actually do edited videos. And I do agree, Loria and many others have been saying that to actually really, blow up or, get into that, it's easier if you do it with a combination of edited and live streaming. Because who will watch my live stream? It's like 3 hours, 2 hours. My shortest live stream is probably 45 minutes. Just like Victor in the chat, I can just go on and on and on. So with edited video, I can actually repurpose some of my 300, almost 400 videos right now from when I started a year something ago. I think I started January, February, March, April, May, a year and a half ago. I've already have like 400 videos just simply from live streaming. And some of those I've already repurposed into podcasts. Now I want to repurpose some of those still into actual tutorial videos like Adam. You just, get to the point. What I have envisioned for repurposing is just get to the point, do the actual tutorial, because in my streams except for the ones that I do conversations with, my crafty streams, I have tons of tutorials. Sometimes in a single stream I would do several. So I just want to pull those tutorials out, make them even shorter, and then just showcase the outputs in the end. So can you feel my frustration
Yeah.
that
Oh,
I
yeah,
cannot
sure.
actually deliver that? I know I have the vision, I know what I want, and I took Adam's suggestion from previously, create a shot list. So I actually, in this current video that I uploaded, that 58
The
seconder,
storyboard. Yeah.
yes, that there was a shot list there. And
Good.
so it actually helped. Now it's really, I was so excited about it, but then the quality wasn't as far. But I'm
Yeah.
learning, as Adam said, learning.
So just a rule of thumb, it takes like an hour per minute. So if you want a 1 minute video, it'll take you an hour to edit. If you want a 10-minute video, it'll take you 10 hours to edit. Right. So and when you're a beginner, it could even take longer. But when we do estimates, like if they come to our team and say, hey, we want to do an opening video for this event, like, we usually, it's an hour per minute. It's sometimes even more, depending on the complexity. And that's why I moved away from doing edited videos and more into getting like the live stream, but doing a live stream in 5 minutes, like making a 5-minute live stream have so much good content in it that you're just like delivering like a live performance, right? That's the best, because then it's a 1-minute video takes 1 minute and 15 seconds, because you got to click the button, and that saves you so much time. Because it takes years to get really good at editing and looking at a lot of video and practicing and learning. So don't be so hard on yourself. I would say, like, just realize what you're picking is a discipline that takes a while to really master. And some folks make it look so easy, but you forget that they were where you were for longer than you were. So you're where you are is an amazing place right now. So you have such a head start from everybody, that just enjoy the process, and you're going to laugh when you look at the videos you're producing now. Next year you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't even look at them, they're so bad, and everybody's like, oh no, they're so good, you're so amazing. We all
Alright.
love you, right?
Thank you, Adam.
realize
And
that.
if not for this group, that we have right now with Marcus starting this, I will still have not started anything. I will
Okay,
can just go on and
that's
on
so
with the
great.
live stream.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, and I may have started the group, Lala, but you brought in all the people, so so it's a cooperative effort. And then Anna asked me about goals for me, and I don't want to dip out of that question. So first thing is, Ellie asked, Marcus, tells how you are feeling about LLPGP. Is it going the way you imagined? Probably much better than I imagined, but I have to be honest and say I didn't really imagine a lot. I just had the idea and said, let's go for it. And I'm really overwhelmed about that there are actually people who want to come on every week, and I'm very happy about that. And then for goals, I don't want to make too big of goals right now because I have several things going on. So the one thing is for me is really to go on with this group and make that a really good experience for everyone. And then I think it's always in the back of my mind that I want to produce some videos, and so I believe it was Anna who was actually asking me to make a specific one, and so the goal will be to produce that video and then see where we go from there. But
Yeah, we want that video.
yeah,
I'd love
that's
to see
great.
how you put it
Yeah,
together.
and I'm grateful, Anna. It's very good that you hold me accountable, because it can't be that I just ask every one of you, what are you doing and until when, and I just lean back and do nothing. So yes, please hold me accountable too. That's very good.
Hey, Marcus, may I give you some bad advice?
Yeah, please.
Is there a column for bad advice here?
Just, I'm looking
There is
forward
now.
to the bad advice you will give.
No, because the bad advice is actually good advice, but it will be perceived as bad advice, but that's enough. When you do your video, if you could do some music and singing in there, whenever you sing, re-listen. It's part of your persona.
Okay.
See, bad advice, but good advice.
Yeah, you put me on the job there. on the spot. Okay.
That's kind of your signature thing, though.
Okay, yeah, but that was in a private Facebook group, so yeah,
Okay,
we'll have
where
to
we-
see. Okay.
Okay, Marcus, your next goal is participating in the Eurovision next year.
Okay, I have to sing or dance or something. And hi, Sunita, thank you. See what I have to go through here in the last minutes of the show. Yeah, but yeah, we will see. I I take it under consideration. Okay, so the time for today is practically up. Lala, if you would have some little time to stay for a little while, I have some idea. Then we can talk off the record. And yeah, for the rest, I look forward to see you again next week. It's really so great what we are doing here, and I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for the space.
Thank you.
I look for
Yes.
a button somewhere, or I take the mouse and we say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.